All right, Kenman here, and today is yet another die project unboxing. And by golly, we need it. How else am I gonna dye 100 knives? Anyway. There's also something unique about this one in particular, something new to our die project. What is it? Let's find out before we start. I'm not sponsored by anyone, and I purchase everything at retail price. I do these videos because I love discussing knives and sharing info and ideas with others. If you have any questions or thoughts, please feel free to comment below. Okay, let's tear into this bad boy. Another bag for my collection. What is it today? We have a Sencut. We have another Sencut bag on the floor. And, little hint, hint, that's a long box. It's a larger Sencut box than I have ever received, I guess. Yeah. Jeez, just open the damn box. I know. I'm sorry. Okay, here we are. I have several Sencuts. We've dyed several Sencuts. What's so special and different and new with this one? It's a fixed blade. It's a fixed blade. That is correct. I'll just go ahead and go straight to the sheath. Rip it out the bottom. Mini bag on the floor. Comes with this nice Kydex sheath with the quick release. How does this work? You squeeze it, boom. So it's got that nice, there it is, Terzula lock. Civivi made clip. It's a nice clip, and like I said, it's got that quick release for getting on and off your belt, and then there are different locations, so you could have this, you could shift it to here and here, so if you wanted to scout carry it, or you wanted to carry it this way or different directions. Pretty cool, nice looking sheath, nice looking Kydex, looks solid. We'll check it out in there in a little bit. All right, and we have the knife. And what else do they give us? Couple of stickers, the standard info, and the cloth. Always nice to have that stuff. Okay, here it is. This is my first Sencut fixed blade. Out we go. Let's just get the old protective piece off of there and take a gander. Mini bag on the floor at this thing, huh? All right, what do we got? Whoa, we got a serious zoom. This is the Sencut Waxahachie. Waxahachie. I should have done the research on that. Is that a city? It's like a Texas city or something, I swear. Waxahachie. Sencut Waxahachie. We have a fixed blade, huh? I'm usually folders. I've kind of gotten turned on to some fixed blades lately. I'm interested in them. And this has a Jade Handle for the die project. Have not seen. I have a lot of them, 30 or more. Bing, right there. I take a knife apart, die the handle, put it back together, give it a nice custom look. With this Jade Handle here, we can easily take that off and do a custom color to it. What color do you think we should do with this knife here? Haven't even looked at the knife yet. Already thinking about modifying it. Got some marks on here I'm going to kind of wipe off quick. It looked like it was a scratch on the blade, but it was not. Just some marks from the bag, just kind of dirty. All right. So, here we are, the Sencut Waxahachie Fixed Blade. Excellent. We have a 9CR18 MOV blade. It's got that clip point to it. Big old holes in the handle. Feels decent in the hand so far. Those jimps, huge, nice stack of jimps going up there. Feels really good. It's got this enormous and ridiculous lanyard. I mean, are you supposed to... Okay, let's just go straight for the sheath here for a second. So it's clearly a one-way sheath. You can't put it in either direction. It has to be this direction. Ooh, that clicks in. That is tight. So if this is in, would you... What? Okay, lanyard people, talk to me. Is this... I don't see the need for that in any way. Wow, that sheath though, look at the way that clicks in there, nice. Pops out. Ooh, that is nice. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start the mods right now. First mod of this knife is removal of the stock lanyard beast. I mean, this is a cool, very cool, what do you call this, pattern that was tied, this knot. Very nice. Be a nice for a bag or something like that. If there's some handle for a zipper pull that you need to really be able to access with gloves on or something. But on the back of a knife, this is just... I'm not a lanyard person, so I'm already not interested in having it on there. But this is just huge. Tell me if anyone knows why you would need one so ridiculous. Oh, I already... Right? Much better. Much better. Okay, let's close it up. Wait, maybe it's a button. This is an interesting concept for me. I'm holding a knife that looks like and feels like and resembles the standard folding knives that I get, although it's fixed, so it's not. I have several fixed blades, but none of them are really kind of in the style of what a folder would be. It actually feels more like a fixed blade, which, again, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with this. This is actually great. I'm excited. I'm going to try to do a little bit of carrying, like EDC, carrying like fixed blades here and there. I'm definitely in folders, in pockets. The pocket clip is the way I'm going to usually will do it, but this has got me kind of turned on to maybe trying it sometime. So let's get through this. We've got a satin finish on that clip point. It's got kind of a dual grind right there and a really nice, long, smooth-looking blade. Good look to it. See those chimps? They could maybe go out a little further, although you can't really choke up on it. You've got a sharpening choil right there that looks great, but there is no real choke up for you, so you're stuck with holding it right here. So when I'm holding it right here, and my larger thumb basically goes out right to the end of those jimps, so that's fine. They could have put another one on there, but I don't think it's necessary. This knife feels good. Get that index finger on there. Like I said, I have a longer hand, so I can get my index finger way out here. Most people's hand's probably going to hit right about there. Ooh, this feels nice. I'm not a huge fan of the holes. I get how they're trying to get some, get the weight down on the back. But I'm not a huge, I just never really liked the ones, knives that have the holes in them. I prefer just a solid handle. And this is another thing I can consider is taking some wood. I work with wood quite a bit, but I could take these scales off and actually make some wood scales. Who would like to see me try some handcrafted wooden scales for this? I'm going to definitely do the die as well, but that might be something that I'll consider. I really like the way this feels. Some close-ups. So the way that the scales are cut is they are just a little bit smaller. It's obviously full tang. The metal goes all the way to the back, but you can kind of see right here how the metal sticks out just a little bit. They've got it cut so that the scales are just a little bit smaller. So there's a tiny bit of a ridge you can kind of feel, but it's not something that sticks out or bothers you. It's just kind of just like you notice that it's there. They do have it cut really well. I'm trying to see where an angle. The metal is chamfered. You can see that edge all the way along there. It goes all the way around, a real heavy chamfered edge on it, so it doesn't have that sharpness to it. It feels good. I like that. Thickness is pretty nice as well. Man, I'm excited to kind of carry this knife. Also, where the lanyard was, right there, they've kind of got that cut out, so if you did have the lanyard in there, it's not sticking out like this. It's kind of stuck down in there in that little groove in between. And this metal goes out past the handle itself. So if you had a situation where you needed to use the back of that blade to butt against something or smash against something, you could use that with a little less chance of like chipping your handle, since it does kind of carry down there a little bit further. That is nice. Let's go ahead and... What I would be interested in is I've seen some clips where, like, because this would go obviously in the belt, so your belt's going to sit right here and all that sits on your hip. Or like I said, you could do like a scout carry, so then it would sit like behind your back like that. I've seen some clips where it's basically, they're a very thin leather clip with basically a pocket clip that's on the outside. So you would put it like this, and then you would put everything in your pocket. So then the handle is sticking out of your pocket like that, but then the only other thing is on the clip is just the pocket clip part right there. So then when you go to take the knife out, the clip just stays in your pocket like that. I would be interesting. I would be interesting. Could be interesting. I would be interested in one of those. Oh, that's a satisfying click going in there. Just because it's a smaller profile, and if you're out hiking or camping or something, having it on your hip is something. But if I was going to everyday carry this, I would probably want something a little less, like, look at the outdoorsman with the big knife on his hip. Not that it's going to draw a ton of attention, but it's definitely something versus if it's just in your pocket sticking out. Someone's still going to see that as well. Well, that's something to think about. And it's just different sheaths. Sure. I'm just interested in them, and if there's something that's kind of cool, it might try to pick one up. Okay, let's do some measurements here. I don't know why I like the blade to face that way for a measurement, but whatever. We are just under 8, looking at about 7 3/4 of total length. Blade is a little more than 3.5 with a almost 3.5 cutting surface. And then you've got a 4-inch handle, looking at about 1/2 inch of thickness in the thickest part of the blade. Handle, sorry. What's everyone think about this knife? I like it. I am interested in carrying this, using it. I can totally feel, though, how I want to close it. I want to try to use the liner lock or something. It just has that feel that it's so close that you almost forget. It's like sometimes I'll have a button lock like this and I'll go like this to close it, or I'll have a liner lock like this and I'll have a button and I'll try to swing it. You're just going to feel like, oh, it should be there. And if you look at this thing next to the pyrite, really has kind of a similar feel to a folding pocket knife versus that. Does everybody see what I'm saying? Am I just me? Yeah, so this is kind of closer to like a full-size knife. What was it? The Sencut. What is this thing called? I always forget what this one's called. Episode? Yeah, Sencut Episode. Actually, the Episode's larger. Put it back there. I was going to guess that they're very similar. Actually, the ones that are a little bit closer down here is a little closer to the camera because I'm at a slight angle. But the reality is the Episode is a little bit larger. but both being Sencuts, put these like this, they're actually very similar looking, right? Almost looks like it should be a folder. Yeah, let's go ahead. I've got one of my favorites, the old Buck 119. I gotta zoom out. It's obviously a beast, 6-inch blade with the thickest handle ever. Look at that thing. Tell me that isn't rad. But yeah, that's one of my favorite fixed blades. I don't have too many fixed blades. I did just get one for the Scrimshaw project, this little guy. Don't know a whole lot about it. But it is a nice little fixie that's kind of fun. I picked up this one. This is a Baltic Blades Angus. I actually won this off of Tri-State. But I've been talking to Baltic Blades a little bit. He does a lot of all custom stuff, handmade. Very cool, this Angus. And as far as fixies, this is a really small one. See, this one in the case, that's not really a lanyard, but that knot at the end comes into play. I can feel that. When that's in the sheath like this, I have that. I'm using that lanyard. I'm almost not even holding, and the lanyard is actually becoming an assisted thing for the knife. It's improving this knife by giving it a little bit more length. It's keeping it small, but it's allowing my pinky to kind of feel that grab on that and feel like I can use stuff, even though this is a scalpel, kind of a fixed blade, so it's smaller. It's designed to be smaller. Really cool knife, though. Check out Baltic Blades if you have not. Yeah, what was the other one? One of my favorites right here, the old poop knife. So this is my first knife review back in the day. But yeah, this is an actual poop knife. It is not cut real poop. I don't need it. I just thought it was great and had to buy it. But dishwasher safe. It's got a steel core. Talk about just really cut the mustard with that, huh? I saw Tri-State. I think he has an orange one. I don't know. Orange poop knife, blue poop knife. I think blue. Orange is a little too close. Yeah, we're talking poop knives, whatever. Anyway, so we are back to the old Waxahachie here. Let's finish this thing up. I'm just kind of going on and on. But this is a cool fixed blade. I am excited to kind of carry this. What's everyone think about it? What color should we do? Would anyone like to see me do a wooden handle? If I did a wooden handle, I'll tell you right now, it's not going to have these holes in it. It's going to be a solid wooden handle, probably thicker, definitely rounded. I would be interested in doing that for sure. Going to Blade Show Texas next week, so I'm getting ramped up for that. More unboxings coming up soon, more dies, scrimshaw work happening. Been having some fun with the channel. A lot of stuff coming in the future. If you enjoy what you see, please hit that like button and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Helps me out. I really appreciate it. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.